AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
In motion right goes Sutton.
They begin the drive with Williams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
In motion left goes Sutton. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And powering through with the 35. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first carry for Samaje Perine.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
They'll send Judy in motion left.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 38. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
A quick blitz there, nicely bit off, a pretty decent gain.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Trying for it with Perine.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in, went heavy. No surprise I knew he was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, 37 yards.
And the Broncos are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here's Pacheco once again.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right.
That's laid out deep for Rice. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Mahomes now to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now here's Mahomes, sliding out of the pocket. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be tackled at about the 34. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Here's Wilson to throw. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Here we go with Williams. There he goes, left side.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And all the way home for the Broncos score.
Javonte Williams.
65 yards.
And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And it's a fumble.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, it's a cold day. And whether your quarterback wants to glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. And even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10.
That ball caught. It's Rice.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now it's Mahomes again. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patrick. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. They go play action with Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So before intermission, it's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Pacheco headed right.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Flush to his right.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They run it with P. Ryan on first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. And you're going to get him. Sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
They'll try and run. This is measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. To throw is Wilson.
Screenplay set up for Williams.
Touchdown!
Javonte Williams.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Broncos continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quan Williams. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
In motion goes Patrick.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson.
That's caught left side by Judy.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down.
In motion goes Patrick.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
A loss of 8 yards. It's second down.
Now Wilson changing the play.
To throw is Wilson. Looking to throw on 2nd down.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And now an audible here into something else.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes.
George Karlaftis drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And they'll accept that penalty.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
106 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a... And now the rookie's free. Now inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Williams going to get it again on second down. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Play action. It's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the fourth. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This quick pass complete to Sutton. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll bring up what looks to be a third in inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Up the middle, here's Pirine. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. try and run for it. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
They go play action now. Wilson. Forced out to his left. Yeah, he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Samaje Perine denied on 4th down. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Mahomes to throw it.
Trying to improvise. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Mahomes.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down. Mahomes will throw.
Able to get away. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Broncos send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively.